Hey, this is Rob with 140.6 Media. Today we're in Old Orchard Beach, Maine, covering the site of the Rev3 Maine 70.3 race. We're standing right now at the beach for swim out. You're going to come out right over there, and we're going to take you down towards transition. From there, we're going to get out on the bike course. We're going to give you some tips, some advice. You'll meet my partner, Dr. Aque Alamo, member of Midcoast Tri Club, who's also a Ironman World Championship finisher, as well as Ironman Lake Placid and Ironman Mont Tremblant, and he also did the inaugural Rev3 Maine. So he'll be giving us some commentary in a little bit. So let's go to transition. Okay guys, this is the mount line. This is where you're going to get on your bike for the ride. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head out, and we're going to head up Staple Street and head out to, I believe, Portland Ave. Yes, Portland Ave. One of the best things about this course, so again, by the way, with me today is Dr. Aque Alamo from Midcoast Tri Club, Ironman World Championship finisher, Ironman Lake Placid, Ironman Mont Tremblant finisher, and also finisher of the inaugural, the first Rev3 Maine Tri-Series. Say hi, Aque. Hi there.
We'll try to give you a blow-by-blow on how the course is going to be.
So put your bike on the trainer and let's start spinning. This intersection, guys, is going to be well protected on race day. There's cops all over the place here. You do not have to worry about a thing. You come through here. You come through here in a hurry. Nice and safe, nice and fast.
Course relatively flat, except for some small hills. Well, can't really remember much the elevation, but
yeah, I don't think it's a whole lot of elevation change. Not a whole lot of gain. There's just that one hill near I guess mile 46 or something. Yes. So what we're doing now is we're on Portland Ave, and we're going to head out to Coastal Route 1. Now, Coastal Route 1 is a major highway that comes through these parts, and Rev3 gets the towns to shut this major road down just for you. It's an amazing sight when you get up here, you see Coastal Route 1 and say, wow, look at this. They shut this thing down for us. And it's amazing. You're not on it very long, as you'll see coming up here, but you are on a major highway. So right now you're just spinning. You're getting warmed up. You're getting your legs underneath you after the swim. You're you're taking stock of everything. How does everything feel? Not many hills here, so it's gentle rollers. Good time to get your wits about you.
It's a good time to start nutrition too.
Yes, yes indeed.
For a long haul.
And this is indeed a even though it's a 70.3 distance, this 56-mile bike is really gonna put you to your limits. You're gonna have to pack a lunch for this one. Oh, I remember this downhill. The one thing that I've always said about the Rev3 Maine course, on all three disciplines, and when unfortunately we can't do too much of the run course today because much of the race is done on the Eastern Trail, and I don't think the state of Maine wants Aque or I driving our minivan, driving Iron Force 1 out onto the onto the Eastern Trail. So I don't think that's going to work. So unfortunately, we're not going to see too much of the run course, but you will see every inch of the bike course, and we'll try to drive you in at the end so you can see where the finisher's chute is. So now, as Aque said, you've taken in some hydration, some nutrition. You know, you're starting to settle in. You know, this around here, this whole section was the morning of the race. This was a pretty crowded section. The cyclists hadn't really separated themselves yet. So you got some friends you're suffering with to talk to. All right, here we go, guys. This is Coastal Route 1. We are at Coastal Route 1 now. And I believe we take the next left.
Yep. Short distance.
It's a short distance, but...
And then you hit the back roads again.
Yeah, here it is.
Yep.
Yeah, Flag Pond Road, that's it. It was right about here, guys, in the inaugural race. Aque got me into this race. He told me to sign up for it. It would be my big 70.3 distance race with him, and I get out of the water before him, and I think, oh my God, I'm gonna beat my coach. This is gonna be awesome. And all of a sudden I hear this humming of disc wheels behind me, and I hear left, bro, and that was the last I saw of him.
As you can see, we are in a nice back road. It's a quiet neighborhood, and so not much traffic. I think this is the highest hill you're gonna hit here, so
Yep, this is going to be one of your toughest climbs of the day. The only other one is going to be the one-lane bridge that we're going to get up to in near the end of the bike course. But yeah, this is going to be one of your toughest climbs of the entire day. Road condition is very good right now. It's pretty smooth. It's not chopped up. It's nice riding conditions. Very nice riding conditions. Now we're going to make a left onto Jenkins Road. And again, we've got great road conditions, flat, smooth. Now we're going to run into a section of a couple rollers here. Nothing much, but you know, chance to get some free speed on the downhill side. I really think that if you've never done this race before, this is an absolute destination race. This is one you need to put on your calendar at least once in your triathlon career. This one with the ocean swim and the trail run, and you just see all the beauty that Maine has to offer on a wonderful triathlon course. This is a absolute must-do race. I don't think you're going to get this many opportunities to ride on such beautiful road conditions as this. As you can see, we hit those couple of rollers and we're just cruising right along. one of the more amazing things I found of this race is that I don't think it's ever sold out. Has this race ever sold out, Aque?
I think so. I think they have an Olympic distance and they have an half iron distance race. I think it got sold out last year. So
oh, that's good. That's good. That's what you want to hear, guys. This is you know, I was hoping it would not remain a well-kept secret, because this is a race I want to see succeed and be around for a while to come, because it really is a special event. You know, where else are you going to get a finisher's medal that doubles as a beer bottle opener? Woohoo! All right, this should be Buxton Road, and we're going to make a right on Buxton. Look at this wide shoulder, guys. That wide shoulder, that is nice, and it's in great condition too. It's definitely good riding. So with that wide shoulder, guys, that means you can come up here and train and experience the course. I believe the beaches are all free here in Maine, not unlike in New Jersey. So you can come here, experience the swim, the bike, and the run. Come up here, train for a whole weekend, support the local economy, get yourself fit and fast.
Get yourself a lobster.
Lobster, gotta have the lobster. And once in your life, only once, have a lobster roll. Yes, I know it's, as Aque says, is mashing up a lobster, throwing it on a hot dog bun, and putting it on a plate, but you know what? It's Maine, you gotta have a lobster roll. Absolutely. Find our way to Loudon Avenue. Should be a left. We're figuring it's up somewhere by that white building, or it's going to be right here at this red.
Right.
Ah, here it is. Yep, this is it. Yep, Loudon Road. So that's your landmark. When you guys are out here racing on race day, look for the landmarks. They'll help you. They'll help you mentally. Look for the red barn. That's your left onto Loudon. Now, the day we raced, it was a tad warm, so like Aque says, eat before you drink, drink before you're thirsty. You're going to need it out here. I will say this.
You eat before you get hungry.
Yes, that's it. And the aid stations out here are fantastic. Fantastic. Well stocked with super psycho volunteers. They're out here for a good time, and they're out here to make sure that your race experience is the best one it can possibly be. In fact, one of the aid stations that we'll be coming up to here in a little bit is run by Aque's club, Midcoast Tri Club. Great people. Saw them here at Rev3, as well as Ironman Lake Placid. Just great people running a great tri club. So you notice we're seeing some hills here, but they're really they're nothing challenging. They're
rolling hills, and you can see the landscape. You can see the rural Maine too, and see how pretty our state is.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I was most disappointed that I spent 56 miles on this course and didn't see a stinking moose. Not a single one.
Not sure you really want to see them while you're, riding your bike there, because either you're a roadkill or the moose is the roadkill, or both.
Or both. Funny thing is, I remember this course as if it's yesterday. Everything is so familiar on this course. It's that beautiful. Okay guys, we're getting ready to make a right on New County Road. Guy bringing home his Christmas tree. Bringing home 2 Christmas trees. Woohoo! Guys, I can't explain to you how beautiful it is out here. How worthwhile this event is as a family event. There's, while you're out suffering on this course, your family's going to be sitting on a free beach in cool, clean water with amusement rides and boardwalk food and games and stuff. So there's plenty for your family to do out here. So while you're out here getting your head kicked in at Rev3 Maine half, your family's having a good time. Used car dealer out in the middle of nowhere. Very cool. He was here when we did the race too, because I made the same lame joke. Now, Aque, you volunteered at this race this year, right?
Yep.
How was it?
It was fun. It's nice to give back to the sport and try to cheer up athletes there who need nutrition, need fluids.
And I know you read the story that said that volunteers make an actual difference to the athletes. If you smile to the athletes,
you got that right. Makes a big difference there.
Yeah, the whole smiling thing. If you smile for an athlete, it changes their whole outlook. They're spinning away, and they're dying, and all of a sudden they see a smiling volunteer who says, keep going, and you know what? It doesn't suck so bad anymore, or at least for the next 5 minutes. It may suck down the road, but you got another aid station coming up.
Yep.
Yes, indeed. That's a nice little climb coming up. And again, the road conditions are still impeccable. The road conditions are still just absolutely phenomenal. think, give or take 10 or so miles into the race, right about now. Now we're going to make a left. This is Aid Station Square right here. On race day, this whole intersection is nothing but an aid station for you. You will get nutrition, hydration from both directions, and you'll see what I mean by that in a couple of minutes. But we're making a left here, and you could have picked up a nice bottle exchange, a gel or something to eat. And that aid station is about as strategically located an aid station as you will find at any event. So now you see you have a nice little downhill crank, and this worked well on race day because you just refilled bottles, you just put a gel in you, and you get rewarded with an automatic downhill while you're enjoying all your snacks, and that's always a plus. And if you've ever seen me, guys, you know I like snacks. I was actually thinking of doing a column on 140.6 Media judging the quality of taste between all the different gels, you know, from a connoisseur's point of view. You know, I understand we don't eat these things for snack foods, they're for energy and nutritional purposes. But you know what, guys? I'm not winning a thing. I know I'm going to suffer for 16 hours and 38 minutes on a full iron distance race. So guess what? I want something that tastes good. Again, guys, we're going downhill. You're spinning nicely. If you're a skilled, experienced, and quality racer like Aque here, you're probably doing some really nice big ring cranking right now. It's still relatively early in the morning, so that sun you'll see right now may not be in your eyes just yet, because the beauty of this course is it's a one loop event. You go out once, you come back once, and you're on the run. You're really being rewarded nicely right now with both the quality of the road surface as well as the topography of the ride. So you're seeing some rollers, but it's a lot of downhill cranking right now. You know, granted, you know, the course giveth and the course taketh away. So you might see some climbs coming up. But right now you're really benefiting from a nice downhill ride. All right, we got a right-hand turn coming up here somewhere. There it is. And there it is. Yep. Okay guys, we're making a right on the South Waterboro Road right now. As you can see, the course giveth and the course taketh away. You're doing a little climbing now. The one thing we're also coming up on, we're about mile 19, almost to mile 20 in this event. And as you can see, you know, there hasn't been any real solid, you know, gains in elevation. It's been somewhat flat, except for the, you know, the overpass over 195 and that one little climb back there a couple miles back. But there's really been nothing, you know, that's going to cause you to write home or have any concerns over whether you're going to change your bike gearing to match the climbs like you would at some other you know, half or full distance events. You know, you can pretty much come in here with stock gearing and you know, have a pretty decent day. I will tell you though, our race day here, there were some hammerheads out here. There were dudes that were just flying, just totally, you know, eating this bike course alive. As you can see, you got this nice downhill. Get your mojo on for this little roller coming up here. And look at these nice rollers. Enough downhill to give you some recovery, get up the other side. So right now we're about at according to the map, we're roughly at the mile 20 mark, right about here, right in this area here. So you're 20 miles in, you're almost at the halfway point. We hope you're enjoying this. We at 140.6 Media hope to do this very same process for as many 70.3 and 140.6 races as possible. If you do have a race that you want specifically covered, email us at info@140.6media.com, and our crack team of triathletes and videographers will get out there and make it happen for you. So again, 140.6 Media, info@140.6 Media. So now we just hit through a nice little stretch of rollers. Wow, that whole last mile, was almost like a roller coaster with all those rolls.
It's gonna be a fun ride there.
Despite these rollers, if you're a reasonably strong cyclist, guys, despite these rollers, this can be all big ring cranking here. again, we are about, I don't know, as the crow flies, probably, you know, 15 miles or so inland, and look at the beauty that Maine has to offer. You know, I can't stress it enough, guys. You know, if you're looking for a late season race for 2014, your dance card isn't already full, really think about Rev3 Maine. It's probably one of the most fun events I've ever been a part of, and I'm really looking forward to coming up here again for 2014. Would really like to come up here, race again, see if we can make it happen. It really is a worthwhile event. So now we're going to climb a little, guys. You know, if you're spinning with us, drop that gear down to simulate this climb for us. And there you go, you're rewarded by a nice downhill. Right about now on race day for us, well, I'm going to ask right about now on race day, it was getting a bit warm out here. It was kind of chilly at the swim, but by this point on the bike, it was starting to get a little warm. Aque, how was it here last year? When did it really start heating up, if at all? What was the temp like on race day?
Can't remember the temperature there, but it really got warm by midday there, that you really have to shed some of the layers if you need to. Otherwise, you're gonna have to take more fluid.
Right. And that's important, guys, because even though we're up here in the northern end of New England, it still can get toasty up here. You know, there can be hot days up here where, you know, you might have shown up to the swim with your little painter's baggy suit on, and then getting on the bike at you know 7:45 in the morning with your arm warmers on. But by the time you're out on the run, you know, 11:30 or so, whatever, it's going to be warm. You know, your run is going to be a pretty warm event. Waterway's Coffee Shop. Woohoo. Okay, guys, we're at Hamilton Avenue. Kind of like the back stretch of this lollipop portion of the course. We're also at an aid station. There's an aid station right here. And we're almost at mile 25 here, according to the Rev3 map. You know, someone sent me an email to info@onefortypointsixmedia.com and asked me, you know, said, hey Rob, you know, it's pretty cool that you do these videos, but why do you do the filming it so fast at like 30 or 40 miles an hour? And my answer back to him was, because if we did it at the speed that I ride my bike, this film would be longer than the Titanic. So it's brevity. What is it they say? Brevity is the soul of wit. So we're doing this at 40 miles an hour, so you can get a good feel, so that the film is roughly, you know, an hour or so long, because, you know, you want to spin for an hour, and, you know, you have an hour or so video to spin to. That's how we roll. That's how we carry it here at 140.6 Media. And we're at mile marker 25 right now. Right here. This spot. This is mile marker 25 on the Rev3 Maine half distance bike course. We're going to be making a right here. This is going to be Route 202. Right now, guys, we are the farthest away. When we get up to that bend up there, at that point, we will be the farthest away from transition as you will be all day. So right here, guys, this is as far as you're going to be away from transition. So now we're angling for home now. And as you can see, you know, the folks up here in Maine, they get it. They understand. They have a clue. You know, look at these nice wide shoulders for you to come up here and train on and race on. You know, there's a lot of shoulder for you to ride and ride safely. Now we're going to be on this road for a couple more miles. We're going to look for the intersection of 202 and Route 5. So if you're following along, if you're keeping score at home, it's 202 to Route 5 here. One of the things that amazed me was how far back outside of Old Orchard Beach we were, yet there were people on race day with their lawn chairs, with their picnic tables, ringing the cowbells, having their parties. It was a good time. It was a lot of fun. And here we go, guys. Junction of Route 5. We're going to make a right here. This intersection especially was patrolled by a police officer. There were no problems here. The police had this well under control, totally safe, no problems. It was all good. It was all fast. And we are going to make a right. And that sign says we're 16 miles away from transition. Now, we're going to be on this road for a little bit here. We're going to be cranking, spinning. You're taking in your hydration and nutrition, and you're also taking in hydration and nutrition, because you know that your next major intersection is Transition Alley, that place we saw by the gas station. Well, we're going to hit that again. This is why we were talking about earlier in the video that this transition, this aid station is one of the most well-positioned of any event that I've been. You essentially see the same aid station twice. And this one, the first year that we did it, it was staffed by Midcoast Tri. Aque, did Midcoast man that same aid station this year?
We did that, yeah. We manned that station again this year.
Nice. And you know what? It's like Stephen. It's like what Stephen Del Monte from Delmo Sports and Challenge USA says. Without volunteers, there's no race. You know, you can have all the athletes sign up for a race, you know, all you want. And we are truly heading home right now.
See, one hunter. It's hunting season.
Yes, it is.
He didn't get his deer yet.
Didn't get his deer yet. Nice old classic. See, right about now, you're starting to get the feeling, right around now, you're starting to get the feeling that, oh my God, this is going to happen. I'm going to finish this.
Today's the last day for rifle, then 1 week, one more week of muzzle loader.
Fill your freezer now while you can, because it's going to be a cold winter. I know it was this morning. We got up this morning to swim at the Booth Bay Harbor Y, and we jumped out into the truck to a balmy 19.4 degrees. I can assure you it won't be that cold on race day, but on the day after Thanksgiving, yes, it is 19 degrees when we woke up, and we're sitting at a delightful 29 degrees right now. So training up here right now on your bike might not be your greatest option. So just spin to these videos, have fun, spin, and then when spring comes around, take the family up to Old Orchard Beach, you know, for a weekend. Leave the wife and kids on the beach and the boardwalk. Grab you and your friends, come up here for a spin. Ride the bike course, it's safe. Nice wide shoulders, great road conditions. I know the locals would be glad to have you. Nothing but good, friendly folk up here. Good food, lobster rolls.
Gotta have a lobster.
Gotta have a lobster. And we're gonna make a left here, guys. This is Aid Station Alley right here. As you can see, there's where we came in, straight ahead. But now we're gonna make a left.
And this actually is where the Midcoast Tri clubs are stationed. So
yeah, right here. That's
here.
Right. And I got to tell you guys,
here we got Power Bar and Gatorades.
Yes, that's right. All 3 years. The first year, that's what they gave out, was Power Bars and Gatorades. Yep, here it is. We're gonna be making a sweeping right turn. I think if it's the place where I think it is, it turns into like this wooded area where the woods go back off the side of the road. Because I remember saying, man, maybe I'll see a moose here. But no, I didn't see a moose. Yeah, there it is up there on the right, that big wide open field. But Ake's right. You really don't want to see a moose on a bike course, because without question, we cyclists, we're going to lose that encounter. Yeah, right here. This is where I thought oh, turkeys! I guess they figure they're safe today.
Their season is over.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not walking around Maine with body armor on.
It's Uncle Buck season.
It's Uncle Buck season. And the one thing we can't express enough, for those of you who've never been up to Maine before, folks around the country or watching this video, never been up to Maine before, this is November. The trees have all lost their leaves. On race day, this is going to be green and lush, and the canopy's going to come up over the road. There's going to be shade. It's I can't express, guys, how beautiful this course is, and how much you're going to enjoy it. You know, it's a fun ride. It's not a, you know, it's not going to be a punishing ride. You know, you're gonna get your work in, but you're not going to get crushed. Nice sweeping turn. So now as we crank along, we're coming up pretty soon to the real final challenge of the course, and it's so funny. On the day before race day, when you go to the race director's mandatory meeting. He's going to talk to you about the one-lane bridge. And yes, it is a one-lane bridge. And yes, it is a bit blind. And yes, it is open. And I would never go against the words of the race director because I like making these films. But what I will say is, I don't recall anyone slowing down coming into the one-lane bridge. I seem to remember that downhill coming into the one-lane bridge as a hammerfest. I am saying be careful. There will be a course marshal right at the bridge, you know, trying to you know, control traffic. But know that this one-lane bridge is going to be open to traffic. You know, they can't completely close down all the roads for us out here. And the Rev3 people do a fantastic job protecting the course through the local law enforcement agencies. But it's fast. All right, guys, we're back on 202/4. And we're beginning to bring it home here. The first year, the guys in this firehouse, they had their trucks out, you know, just hanging out. There was an aid station right here. And I believe that the aid station we just passed is the last one before you get home, because I think we're sitting at I think we're sitting at about mile 35 or mile 36 right now. Now that was a sneaky climb that we just went up. It didn't look like much, you know, the grade on it wasn't that bad, it just went forever. So you need to keep in mind of that one. There's another one coming up ahead. Granted, you got a nice little false flat downhill coming into it, but you got another little climb coming towards you here. Alright guys, we're coming up to the no outlet. It's this one. Yeah, this is it. No, it's this one. There's no outlet. The sign said no outlet.
This is one. I remember this.
Yeah, I remember this climb, because this climb is taking you to the... We've been talking about this whole one-lane bridge thing coming up. Well, this is the climb that takes you to it. This is one of the two most difficult climbs of the entire day. It's this one, and then the one that's coming up in a little bit here with the 1-lane bridge. Ooh, nice snowmobiles.
One.
Oh yeah. So now we are really heading for home now. We're working our way back towards Frog Pond Road, which will get us back to Route 1. So now you're spinning nicely. You're taking in hydration, you're taking in nutrition. You know, you're starting to get your duckies in a row for the run. And you're spinning at a nice cadence right now. Right now we're looking at a nice little false flat downhill. There's going to be an electric generator plant somewhere around here on the left. Okay guys, we just left Joy Valley Road. We're now on Grant Road, and we're going to travel up to Watson Mill Road. John Deere mailbox. How cool is that? Nice big irrigation system. Look at this downhill, guys. Get that good momentum coming up here. Take this roller like a champ. Yeah, the road conditions are indeed a little bumpy here. I know you're thinking that right now. It looks like they've patched it a couple of times. So, and this is McKinney Road. We're going to continue through McKinney Road. Again, there will be police officers, even though there's probably 3 cars a year who come through this. Nope, there's McKinney Road. We're going to make the next right. And here's Watson's Mill Road. We're making a right, guys. As you're charting this course out on this, it starts out as Watson Mill Road, but at some point down here it changes over to Ash Swamp Road. So Aque and I are thinking right now that they possibly fixed this 1-lane bridge because we haven't found it yet.
It's a nice hill.
Very nice hill. Yeah, we need Ash Swamp. So here's a cyclist training. I think we're on Ash Swamp Road now. Our next intersection is going to be Hearn Road.
We're on Ash Swamp Road.
Local firearms ordinance here in Maine, and it's basically 1 shot, 1 kill.
I think it's more for hunters. You know, what can you use? It probably sometimes shotgun only.
Probably. think that stop ahead is going to be Hearn Road. I think that's going to be our right. Hearn Road, we make a right. We're going to come up here to Hearn Road, to the end of Hearn Road here. We're going to make a left. At that left will be our 50-mile point. At that point, we're taking the identical route that we took in to the race course. We're going to take out. There's Mr. Mailman. So I hope you're enjoying this this video. I hope you're spinning to it through the winter. Hope you're getting some familiarization. Hoping that these videos assist you in your training. Make your training maybe a little less boring on the trainer, because we all know no one likes to sit on the trainer for hours at a time. You know, just because you've set up your pain cave doesn't mean you have to like it. So hopefully we're hoping to help you along here. Go, guys, we're heading home. You're going to see the right up here. The right is going to be where you came into the course, where that truck up there is making the right-hand turn. There it is, Jenkins Road. That was your left-hand turn to start this whole lollipop off. Here we go. Now we're going home. We're gonna travel to Coastal Route 1, and then we're gonna head back into Orchard Beach. Here's your last big thank you very much climb. Course has got to get one last kick in on you, why not? I remember the first year we did this race, and this part of the course was so thrilling because you knew you were almost done. You know, even though technically, according to the map, you still had 6 miles to go, or now like 5 miles to go. You know, in your mind, you were done. You did
Done
it.
with the bike. And then part of the run.
That's it. And the run at Rev3 Maine is one of the most beautiful you will ever encounter. It really is special. You know, it's for the most part, except for getting in and out of Orchard Beach, it's a trail run. It's well stocked. It's well supplied with aid stations all along the route, so you don't have to worry about that. But you see bald eagles and all these other cool things that you may not see where you live. So now, yes, we drove a little radical there, I will admit that, but guess what? On race day, this whole area is blocked off just for you. For you, the athlete. Rev3 works with local law enforcement. They lock this whole area down, and you have safe passage through and across Coastal Route 1. You know, when you think about it, it's amazing how Rev3 was able to get one of the busiest highways in coastal Maine virtually shut down for nearly 5 hours. Oh, there's the jungle gym. My goodness, that looks like fun. So now you start stretching your legs. You're almost home. Start stretching, start getting ready for the run. Yes, again, on this road, it's a little bit bumpy, not much. I mean, I've seen worse conditions at bigger events, let's put it that way. This isn't that bad. It's bumpy, but it's not ridiculous. There's the golf course. Alright guys, we're back in civilization. We are back in civilization. We're almost back to transition. We're almost ready to run here. You've had a nice spin, you've had a nice ride. You know, you really earned your Lobster Claw beer opener with this bike ride. Now, as you're coming up the hill, that big old steeple up there, that's a nice little landmark to tell you you're essentially done. And so now we're coming back to Staples Road. Police again have this all marked off for you, nice and safe, nice safe passage crossing. And now we come down here, and on race day there's going to be a couple hundred crazy fans here banging on cowbells and making a whole lot of noise for you. Real nice way to end the event. Now we're gonna make a right here. Transition. We're gonna make a right.
Dismount.
Yep, right about here, guys. This is your dismount right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave the camera on. This is actually dismount, but we're gonna give you some bonus coverage here. We're gonna take you to the other side of transition. So what's gonna happen is this whole area we're going through now is all gonna be transition. These are all your bikes and everything. On race day though, right here is where you're gonna make your right. And this is going to be your finish line chute. This is it, guys. This is where Rev3 is going to set up the chute, and you're going to come in, and you're going to finish strong, and you're going to get your finisher's medal, and everyone's going to be stoked. And off to the right over there is where they have the athletes' village. So we'll turn over and look at that. On race week, this is the athletes' village right here, all the basketball courts and everything. So with that, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.